Hello, hello, hello. We've been gone for a while, everybody. This is Cantina Radio. My name is James St. Pierre. I've got two of my best friends here. We've got Tiernan McDonald.
Hello.
Oh, no congratulations this time. Have you forgotten?
Oh, I forgot about congratulations. Dang it.
It's been
Congratulations.
too long. And we got Patrick Bird. What's up, man?
Hi, I'm good.
Hi. Awesome. So, um, this one just kind of hit me. So I wanted to kind of talk about it real fast. So not too long, well, actually a long time ago. This was back in November of 2020. I made a spur of the moment decision to buy something I probably shouldn't have. It wasn't incredibly expensive or anything, but it was a few $100s. It's Mass Effect related, so it was something that I saw and I kind of had to get. So Dark Horse is coming out, or it's finally about to ship. I'm very excited about it. But it's a replica Normandy SR1, and it's also a Paragon and Renegade. Like the second part of it is a Paragon and Renegade bookends. So
Oh, awesome.
Cool.
I'm very excited about it. They're about to ship. I'm super looking forward to it. It was like I said, it was like such a spur of the moment thing. They did it. I think I literally bought it on N7 Day. It was last November. They announced them, and I was just like, well, Apple Pay right now. um, so I wanted to know, do you guys can you think of something either recently or years ago that you just the second they announced it, you learned about it, and 2 seconds later bam, you bought it and you can't wait for it to arrive.
Huh.
No?
Yeah, I'll take over this.
Go ahead, Pat.
It'll just give you a second to think, Tiernan.
Yeah.
So I started getting into D&D fairly recently. So they just released a new issue. It was like Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. And I didn't really know what was in it, but it was just like the newest book, and I heard it had new characters in it. So I went ahead and I bought it like online for this app. And then my roommate for my birthday bought me the physical edition.
Oh, cool.
But I read through like almost all of that book the like midnight to morning because I could read it because online I could read it immediately at midnight. Like 12:01 it was on the app. As opposed
Cool.
to like actually getting the physical copy would take like weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just read through it. It's got like a ton of interesting things, but yeah, that was just something I needed right now.
Awesome. All right, cool. Let me ask you about this really fast. This question just popped into my head. So when you're playing D&D, are you the dungeon master or are you an adventurer?
I'm an adventurer. I prefer
Cool.
to be an adventurer. I've
Have you ever
DM'd like
done
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been the dungeon master a few times.
Cool. All right. All right.
You guys should play D&D. It's awesome. All the cool kids are doing it.
It's always been something I've kind of like been interested in, but never had an opportunity to do, and like, it's just another thing to get into. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time.
Yeah,
I don't have
no, I
time for
respect
more
that.
hobbies.
I respect that.
But D&D is it's an if you want it to be, it can be a really inexpensive hobby, correct? Like, can't you just
Yeah.
basically like sit around a table with your buddies and like
Sure.
get a pad and paper and that's
Yeah,
about it?
100%. Like
Yeah.
I can share like if you guys were to play D&D with me, I can share all of the books I have on my app with you. So you wouldn't have to spend any money. I've already got them.
I've already spent all the money.
Yeah.
Well,
What is there but more, James?
Oh yeah.
I'd be very much willing to try D&D, but it would have to be just because like I am so unfamiliar with it and would be almost like kind of embarrassed. It would definitely be a thing where it'd be like, okay, I would play if it was like us, and then like one or two people that we're very familiar with, whether it be Lucas or Augie or somebody like that, just people that we know for sure, and kind of dip my toe into this to see if I like it. Because there's something about it that I'm not totally, I don't know if I'm just not wrapping my brain around, but I am definitely willing to give it a try.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, a lot of it, right, is essentially acting, where you have to, like, you don't want strangers around because you need to put yourself out there. You need to pretend to be somebody else.
Yeah,
Right.
that would be my
You don't want to
worry
get
about
burned.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely a you got to be comfortable with people type of thing for sure. But yeah, if we want, we should totally. Yeah, if we got a couple, one or two other guys, that actually sounds fun. I'd be willing to do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Tiernan, what about you?
I mean, I'm trying to think about it. I mean, I'm sure that there are like collector's editions, like Fallout video game, like collector's editions or something that I learned about and then went out. But I mean, like, I'm just going to bring up what we were just talking about. I spent like $600 more on a gun than I wanted to the other day. So yeah, I went to this place, my local gun shop, looking to buy something kind of regular, and then I found what I wanted, but somebody had thrown a bunch of cool shit at it, and I spent $100 on an AR-15, and now I can't spend any. Like, now I'm at the point where it's just like, do I have the $1.50 to get a coffee?
Fair.
No, so and I'm rarely impulsive like that, seeing as I have a mortgage and things, so I have to be
And
very
that's a massive impulse too. Like you $600 more than you were planning.
well, and I had been doing weeks of research and comparing different prices for different things, and I had this whole idea of going in there and spending $700 and being very responsible fiscally, and then I just totally lost my fucking mind.
But that one's shiny.
Yes, this is, and yes, it's but you know what? I know I made the right choice because I don't feel bad about it.
What a way to live. That's great.
That is an outlook on life that I respect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel bad about it. I didn't make any mistakes.
So much fun.
That's a whole and yeah, you sent the picture to us a little bit. It's a cool gun. It is a cool gun. If you can try to send me the photo of like the standard one, so because like I'm not a gun person, I don't like own any. I'm not very versed in the gun world. So you should send me a picture of the standard one so I can compare the two. Because like just looking at that one, I'm just like, oh, that's cool. What's different about it?
Yeah. I'll definitely, and even looking at the standard one without knowing, you'd be like, well, that's fucking awesome. Also, like, yeah, there's all this stuff. I'll send it to you. It'll. We should all. That's what we should do. We should all just take a day and we should all go to the range or something. And Jim, I know you've never been to the range. It might be kind of fun and kind of eye opening for you. It's
Yeah, the closest thing I've ever done to that was we went trap shooting. Tim, my sister's fiance, or my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, took us trap shooting, and I was able to shoot off some shotguns. And I was like kind of good at it, and like it took me a couple of goes to like get the hang of it, but it was pretty fun. I had a good time.
Nice.
I want to do that next. That seems like so much fun. P-Bird, have you ever done that?
I've done trap shooting, skeet shooting, rifle shooting. I've hunted, and I used to work at a trap club actually.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I've done a few things.
Oh, yeah,
I own a model 101 over and under, I think is what the name is. It's a shotgun that has the barrels up top and down below.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
That's a cool shotgun. Those look cool.
Now I'm jealous.
Once again, P-Bird is the manliest man out of all of us.
Right, I was just about to say that. By far, the manliest man of the podcast.
Know your place, Tiernan.
Very much so. All right, cool. Well, enough gun talk. This podcast is not about weaponry. Um, so we haven't, like I said, it's been a while since we've done one of these. So really, this is more of just a catch-up podcast. We've been apart for a few weeks. We haven't really talked very much about what we've been doing. So I just wanted to see what y'all are, nerd related or not. What have you guys been up to? Pat, why don't you kick us off?
Sweet. I started playing Mass Effect 3 because I got my controller drift situation under control.
Very nice.
Um,
How far are you into it?
I'm actually not that far. I think I just got I just started the mission where you have to rescue the Krogan female,
Okay.
which is like one of the first missions. But I did complete the Omega DLC and the Leviathan DLC.
Oh, what did you was it you I was talking to who said they
Yes.
had never played the Leviathan DLC?
Yes, it was the first time I've played
Dude,
any of these DLCs.
Oh,
what did you think of Leviathan?
I thought Leviathan was really cool. I liked seeing them at the end where they're
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh yeah, they're just reapers except they're like organic creatures.
Yeah, man.
it's the greatest. It's like
Yeah.
it's the cool. It might be my favorite DLC of any DLC ever.
I mean, for me, I think it is. I can't think of another DLC that I like better. I think one that probably rivals it that I personally have not played is some of the DLC in BioShock Infinite. I think some of that DLC is supposed to be really, really, really good. But yeah, Leviathan, man, like that, it's fucking mind blowing. Like it's amazingly good.
Yeah, it's super crazy. Especially like some of the environments they put you in, like
Yeah.
when you crash land and you're in the wreckage of this sea planet and it just
Hmm.
looks crazy. I may need to go back into this game and play it on like the lowest difficulty just so I can like look at these environments. Because I've been
Yeah.
noticing that they're crazy good, but I don't have time to just be like staring off into the distance while people are trying to kill me.
Yep. No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
And it's fucking worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Leviathan was super cool. I thought Omega was super cool. I was not super pleased with how that ended because
Yeah.
they like killed off the female Turian who was super cool for
Yeah.
no reason, I guess. I wasn't a super big fan of that, but that DLC overall was pretty good.
Yeah, Omega, I remember feeling kind of underwhelmed by it. I think the coolest parts about Omega that I remember were the female Turian was by far the coolest part because we've never seen that before. So that was pretty awesome. And then being able to use Arya T'Loak as a squad member, like that was pretty cool
Yeah, that
too.
was pretty cool. Yeah, so I think I've just got the Citadel DLC to get to.
Nice.
Yeah, it's almost funny. I think I'm sorry. What is it called again? What is the DLC called where you have to go deal with all the gangsters? You just said it.
Oh my
Omega?
gosh. Yeah,
Omega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
immediately forgot.
I remember like playing that. I don't think I even finished it. I think for some reason, and maybe it was because I had played it somewhere around when it came out, like maybe well after the game came out, and I just wasn't super in the right headspace or something. But I remember turning it on, playing maybe a half hour of it, and just being like, I don't think so.
Yeah, for me it wasn't. I'm in the middle of you two. Like I don't think I enjoyed it quite as much as Pat did from the sounds of it, but I mean I still beat it.
Yeah, yeah, dude, Leviathan though. I mean,
Yes.
it was just so good. I mean, I can't even really remember but I remember like some of the stuff that he kind of tells you was kind of like revelatory, where it was just like, oh my god, like this is crazy. So like it was a
Hmm.
huge piece of the story, but also,
Yeah.
oh yeah, man, just how cool it was. Like I pseudo kind of remember just like sinking and sinking and sinking and then running into this big wacky organic. Like, isn't he doesn't he kind of represent the Reapers, the original
Yeah.
Reapers?
The
Yeah.
Reapers were built and built. I think then replicated themselves based off of this species, off of this alien race.
It's so awesome.
It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Cool.
And what the craziest thing is, those things are fucking like basically immortal because they're still around. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if they were the original ones or not. Maybe they're just still reproducing or something like that. But I almost want to say that those things just like live forever. Hey,
Makes
like, I don't know if
sense.
that's right.
Well, they've what? They've got to at least be well over 50,000 years old.
At least 100,000.
Yeah,
You would
because
think
they have to
how
be a
many cycles?
cycle at least before that.
Right.
Jeez.
Oh, it's fucking so. It's that is out of any DLC I can what DLC would be that ballsy to put that much of a story like element and like
Right.
literally the fucking like the origins of the Reapers are in a DLC. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking crazy.
You know, and it's also just so crazy because I'm kind of like looking up at the sky out of my window and I'm thinking like, dude, there might be something out there that actually like that. That's actually 100,000 years old or even older, you know, like
Possible.
out there right now. That's insane.
Yeah. Fucking so cool. Mass Effect. Best game ever.
Don't we have like mollusks and things under the ocean right now that are like, I'm pretty sure, it's so heartbreaking. I'm pretty sure like we found something that was 600 years
Yeah.
old and we accidentally killed it when we
Yep,
were.
I remember this. Yeah, no, I do
Sounds
remember.
about
And
right.
isn't there like a shark that's floating around for like isn't he like 400 years old or something crazy?
Is there a
Yeah.
shark? I know that some of these like shell things, you know, like the I don't even know. I feel so dumb right now. I can't remember what to call them. But yeah, dude. I mean, there's stuff on our planet that's 600-700 years old. You know, and I'm not talking trees, bro. I'm talking aminals.
Yeah, pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking cool. All right, Pat, we've talked enough. We can talk all day about Mass Effect. What else have you been doing?
What else have I been doing? I found time for walks lately, which has been going well. I've been enjoying it. I'm getting the sun. I'm like more tanned than like maybe I've ever been, which is fucking like crazy. Usually I'm
Yeah,
so fucking pale, but it's just like I'm
yeah, we're
fucking
indoor kids, man.
killing it. But
Pretty cool.
yeah, it's just the weather's been so nice. I mean, it gets like I'm trying to go like 9, 10 o'clock on the walk just to avoid the heat.
Now,
It's been
let me ask
unbearable.
you a couple questions about that real fast. So, are you like how on average how long are these walks? Are we talking like a mile, 2 miles, fucking
Hour.
5K?
I don't measure the distance. An hour long walk.
That's a lot. That. I mean, if you're probably walking, at least a mile every maybe 15 to 20 minutes, like you're talking about at least 3 or 4 miles. That's good.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, are these like soul searching walks, or are you listening to Final Fantasy music?
That was my next question.
I'm listening to the Critical Role podcast when I do these walks.
Okay.
I'm listening to it at like 1.8 speed because these things are like 4 hours long. And if I listen to it at like 1.8, I can get through them in like almost 2 hours.
So really doing a deep dive into D&D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Very nice.
Critical Role
Anything
is
else to share?
also like relatively considered like one of the bad, not objectively, but they're well known to be like one of the best D&D content creators out there.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're also
like
a bunch of voice actors, so it's really cool to see people who have this
Oh, that's pretty cool.
just talent.
It helps. Yeah. Yeah, no, they are they're no us.
They're better than us, James.
We're
No.
getting there. Anything else you'd like to share, or shall we move on?
No. I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
All right, cool. Well, Tiernan, other than gun buying, what have you been up to?
Oh, dude, I'm just representing like I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm not in the right state of the union for it. I've been doing a lot of church stuff and a lot of gun buying. Like yeah, Illinois, we just it seems funny to in Illinois. But yeah, so I mean
We got
Yeah, it does.
ourselves a Texas man over here.
yeah, exactly. That's really kind of that and work, and I've been playing the same game for what seems like 3-4 months. I mean, like if I'm playing a game, I don't have tons of time, but Far Cry 5 is still just like my comfort food. By the way, I think it's on sale right now for like $10. So if you guys haven't played Far Cry 5,
Don't they have Far Cry 6 out already?
no, 6 comes out in September.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
Yeah. And 5 is amazing. It's so good. And so yeah, if you haven't, if you're looking for something to play, and actually, aside from that, last night I did just pick up, and I haven't played it yet, because Doom Eternal is only like $15 or something right now. So I was like, all right, forget about it. I'll pick that up and mess with that a little bit. But other than that, man, yeah,
Doing a
just
lot, man. Tiernan, I'm surprised at you. You're doing a bunch of first-person shooters.
well, there's like nothing else to play, like and first person shooters, I guess, are kind of nice because I do have limited time. It's one of those things where you can kind of pick it up. It's almost like a roguelite or something. You can pick it up. You don't have to worry too much about story, and just kind of keep on doing what you're doing. And you don't, if I was playing an RPG or something, like I can't play Mass Effect right now because I just forget what I'm doing because I only get a chance to play once a week or whatever it is. But other than that, I mean, I guess the wife and I have watched a few movies. We watched, what is it called? A Quiet Place 2. Are you guys familiar with that?
Okay.
I mean, I'm familiar with it, but I haven't seen it.
Well, I didn't realize that, or at least A Quiet Place 2 is, I don't know if the first one is, but it's written and directed by,
John Krasinski.
yeah, by Krasinski.
Yeah, man. Jim from The Office.
Super good.
The first one, I believe, is the same thing.
Yeah, I think he did the first one as well.
And the first one's good, but I remember kind of walking away from the first one being like, okay, that was good. But walking away from the second one, I was like, that's awesome. And I would like to buy this movie at some point, so I'll definitely own that. We watched Tomorrow War, which we also thought was super, super fun. It's basically, it's a lot like Independence Day or something, which we love over here. So, it's like a 2021 version of Independence Day. And the one that I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about was Suicide Squad 2. I know, Jimmy, you haven't watched it yet, but Peeber, what? So you really enjoyed this. What did you think of Suicide Squad 2?
I really liked it. Although I feel I'm gonna have to watch it again. I'm wondering if this is another like dead horse that I've just like straddled myself to, and I'm gonna fucking look back on this with endless amounts of self-hatred. But I liked this movie. I liked the characters in this movie. I really thought they developed this movie much better than they did the first one, mainly because of how they presented Amanda Waller as just this individual who is somehow worse than all of these bad people.
Yeah, she's terrible.
Yeah, where she just has a goal, is willing to do literally anything to achieve it, and all of these people are just resources to get that job done.
It's been a while since I have read any of the comic books. I can't super remember. I mean, so she was kind of like a Nick Fury character in the comic books, and supposed to make some she's in a position to where she has to make hard decisions and that kind of thing, but they almost go out of their way to make her straight up evil in here. Is that how she is in the books?
Yeah, I kind of want to say they present her that way, just because I feel like it's almost an essential element to get you invested in this comic. You just need to have somebody to root against, and you don't want it to be the main people, even though they're not great. So you kind of make another bad guy.
Yeah, that do that do make some sense. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't finished the movie yet. And to be honest with you, I wasn't thrilled with it. It's very much like peaks and valleys where I'm having a whole lot of fun with it, and then like I don't know, like there are parts that just I almost feel like uncomfortable or something. I'm just, and I can't put my finger on why. I just don't. Maybe it's because the chemistry between some of these characters I think is almost maybe not quite there or something. But I liked it. I like what is his name? King Shark.
Okay, yeah. He's a tank.
Yeah.
Cannot be brought down.
Yes, I like him. And really, I mean, I don't think that there are any characters that I would point at and be like, I don't like them.
How do you feel about John Cena in this movie?
Well, I don't like John Cena as a person, so it's a little tough for me. But he seemed kind of charismatic and fun and super ripped and all that kind of thing. So I think a little bit of what's ruining it for me is I'm not a huge fan of that guy anymore. But his character in the movie seems good. What did you think?
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen. I think this is like his movie comeback because I haven't seen him in anything in like quite a while. But I think he pulls it off really well. He's just another like crazy criminal who has his own motives for doing what he's doing.
Yeah, yes, indeed. I
think you should finish the movie to see how his character plays out.
Well, because I think I got to the point where you're talking about where he kind of flips or whatever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Idris Elba. I mean, I love Idris Elba.
He's great.
He is good. He is good in this movie. But even Idris Elba, I mean, I don't feel. And maybe it's just rough because some of his roles and some other things he's just better in or something. But like as much as I like Idris Elba, I'm not hugely connected to his character. So I don't know. Like I was telling you guys before, it feels a lot to me like an X-rated version of Guardians of the Galaxy, but like that like Shang Tsung or something ripped its soul out. I just don't feel super good about it. It's entertaining, it's fine, but it certainly doesn't have its there's nothing anywhere close to like the We Are Groot moment or I think that there's real chemistry with that cast, like real chemistry, and I just wasn't feeling it with these guys. So I think it's entertaining, but I'm not thrilled with it. I thought it was fine.
Okay. I'm just going to say, I think people need. So I think what's ruining it for you is you're comparing it to Guardians of the Galaxy, which
maybe
I see the connections. I feel like they played a lot of like get hyped music in this one. They played like similar music between the two, and they're both like not super great groups. I feel like the two just shouldn't be compared. Just because the Suicide Squad is this like group of people on a death mission who are all like very actively bad, while the Guardians of the Galaxy are like good guy or like good to neutral characters who are being superheroes but also just kind of living their lives.
I get that, but it's impossible not to compare them, seeing is that like tonally they're almost the exact same movie except one is violent. They're in terms of it's directed by the same person. It's in the same genre of movie. It's just there is no, you have to compare the two, and I just think that one is so superior to the other. It's hard for me not to recognize. But again, I feel like I'm blasting the movie, and I don't mean to be. It's one of the better DC movies, and it's totally serviceable and funny and decent. I just don't. I don't know. I'm not thrilled with it. Like I just think it like you look at some of these. They've really figured out how to do superhero movies well, and I think you look at some of the best that there are out there. Captain America 2, or Nolan's Batman movies, some of the Avengers movies, like they're they're filled with all kinds of like heart, and they have these big moments. I mean, I'm trying to think like what is, in your opinion, what would be like the moment of Suicide Squad 2?
The moment for Suicide Squad 2 is when the team is supposed to be leaving, and then they all just kind of turn around and start walking back to deal with Starro the Conqueror.
Okay, shit, maybe I didn't make it there yet.
Oh, fuck. My bad, dude.
Well, that's okay. And then, and I guess there is a moment for me, and I don't want to say too much because I know Jimmy hasn't seen it yet. But it's the point where they're going through the camp and they realize that they've made a big mistake.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm
gosh.
talking about?
Yeah, it's so fucking horrible and funny at the same time.
Yes, like that is really, really, really good. So yeah, I don't want to shit all over it, but it's because I guess it does have its moments. It's just, I don't know, it didn't do it for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
Okay.
hold on, give me 2 seconds, you guys. I got to give my dog a treat because he peed.
All right. Way to go, Lando.
Best dog
It's
around.
a good dog.
There you go.
I can
Yeah.
hear him eating it.
Yeah, just crossing down.
Okay. All right. Carry on.
Well,
All right.
are you done? Is that all you've been doing? Is that all you want to share?
I think that's it. Guns, movies, putting the Catholic back in Irish Catholic, just doing my thing.
I have, yeah. I mean, I haven't been doing any of those things, but yeah, no. I mean, I haven't done. I've had a lot of time to do a bunch of nerd stuff. I've been very much behind on things like movies and shows. I haven't even watched fucking Loki yet, which I really want to start watching Loki. I think that's supposed to be really good. As far as things I have been doing, I finally picked up Returnal, and I have beaten it once. It's
Whoa!
quite good. What?
Nice.
You beat it, huh?
Well, once, yeah. I think you can continue playing. I mean, I've so like the way the game is set up, I don't want to say too much, but like it's kind of split up into two separate parts. And like when you get past the second part, that's when the credits roll. Um, I've done that once, and then I'm to the second part again, I guess. And there are things that I'm still unlocking and like stuff like that, and it's still fun to go through and every once in a while play it, but yeah, I don't know how much more there really is for me to discover and to kind of keep playing. The story of this game makes like very little sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I get, yeah, obviously the premise of Returnal, I think this is probably given away in the trailer, so I don't think this is very spoilery or anything like that. But like you play as this girl named Celine, she's an astronaut or whatever you want, she's a space traveler, and she crash lands on this planet, and then whenever she dies, she is resurrected to that same crash landing, and she's obviously done this hundreds and hundreds of times, even though her memories aren't all quite there and stuff like that. But after beating the game once, it didn't seem to like resolve itself very much. So maybe I haven't, but maybe there is still a lot more to unlock and do and story to be told. Um, but yeah, like after getting to the credits the first time, I just haven't. It just didn't, like I said, didn't really resolve very much. It was kind of interesting. It was still cool. I like the game. Great game. Really, really fun gameplay. Like Returnal is good because of its gameplay, for sure. In my opinion. um, but yeah, I've been doing that. Still playing a lot of NHL. I'm getting back into that a little bit. I haven't gone back to Mass Effect yet. I plan on doing that soon. I'm still only about 8 or 9 hours into Mass Effect 3. Um, and I do want to go back to it. Pat and I were talking about this last time. I think we were anyway. I think my issue, like I was able to jump right into Mass Effect 2 from Mass Effect 1 because the games are so different, like they feel so differently as you're playing them that it wasn't, it just felt like I was playing a slightly different game. But Mass Effect 3 is very similar. Like it's obviously just a continuation of the same game, and it plays almost exactly the same with a couple tweaks here and there. So I just kind of needed a break, unfortunately. But I will definitely go back. I'm excited to go back to it. Pretty much that's it for video games. My buddy Roger was over here earlier today actually, and he introduced me to Hades, which I remember when it came out, it got really good reviews, and I was actually really interested in it. But when I found out it was made by the same guys that did Bastion and Transistor, I kind of lost interest in it. Not because those games are bad; they're very good games, but they've never been things I have been interested in for some reason. I couldn't get into either one of those, so I was just like, oh dang, okay, well, I'm sure it's a good game, probably not for me. So I didn't really buy it, and I didn't really pay any more attention to it. And then he showed it to me, and I was playing it a little bit today, and it's actually super fun. It's right up my alley. It's like a hack and slash roguelike. It's really really cool. I like it. I think I'm gonna buy it. And I will play quite a bit of that. Other than that, I
Nice.
haven't been doing a lot of nerd related stuff. I was talking to you guys about this earlier. I've been getting into frisbee golf, which I guess could be a little nerdy, but yeah, frisbee golf's been a lot of fun. Gets me outside and walking around and stuff like that. We spend a couple hours almost every Sunday for the past like month, just kind of going out and getting good at frisbee golf. It's a lot of fun.
I'm proud of you boys for doing your walks and playing your frisbee golf. I think I need an outdoors activity.
Yeah, no, that's kind of and I one reason why I'm getting so into it is because I needed something like that. I haven't been able to like exercise a lot. So like with COVID, I think I put on since the start of COVID, like the pandemic and all that jazz. Like I think I put on like 20 pounds.
Yeah,
Like
I need some post-pandemic workout going on.
yeah, yeah. So these outdoor activities and sweating and all that jazz is a good thing for the body. Um, yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So yeah, that's it for me, man. Like I don't know. Like I said earlier, I don't have a lot of time for a bunch of new hobbies and stuff. So I don't have enough time for my hobbies as they stand. So it's just it's a little sad, but life.
Well, I'm impressed that you beat Returnal. I was really into it when it first came out.
A lot of fun.
And something, I think maybe it was Mass Effect, or maybe I just got sick of it and started playing Far Cry, but I couldn't even beat the first boss, and I died like a bazillion times.
Really?
Now, I'm also, I mean, like, I'm just no longer good at video games. I'm not twitchy enough, and I'm just bad. I'm bad at them. But now you've gotten me wanting to kind of go back and check it out again because like I said, I bought Doom Eternal. I bought oh, do you guys know Void Bastards?
No,
I do not.
that doesn't ring any bells.
I just grabbed it also last night. I think is it a bunch of old, it might be a bunch of old BioShock guys or maybe even old Mass Effect guys or something, but like I don't know. I think it's kind of like a roguelike first person shooter. It's cell shaded. I really don't know much about it. It looked cool to me, but it's like a cell shaded first person shooter where you basically go onto each area is like a different spaceship And you
Whoa.
go into these spaceships and you basically loot the kind of stuff that you can get, whether it's fuel or armor or food or money or new guns and this kind of thing. And you kill aliens and bosses and stuff. And then you go to the next spaceship. I mean, I have spent like 10 minutes with it. I know very, very little about it. But that was on sale, and Doom Eternal was on sale. So I'll probably be checking those out relatively soon here, just because I am finally sick of Far Cry 5. It's I've
Yeah.
literally been playing it for months, so I need something new. And but I kind of forgot about Returnal, and now I'm feeling it again. So maybe I'll go back
It's
and check
cool, man.
this boss like a man.
Returnal's very fun. It's super eerie. Um, yeah, no, cool game. I definitely dig it. It's gonna be probably one of those that I'll go back to occasionally and just try to like see if I can get any further and stuff. It was a lot of fun, and I was kind of bummed. So like when I mentioned that like kind of you get to a second portion of the game a little bit, like you don't. Well, no, fuck, I don't want to say it. I don't. It's not a huge spoiler, but I don't. It's still kind of important. So
Yeah,
never
don't
mind.
say it because
I
I'll
won't.
get
I won't.
there. Don't say it. Yeah, okay.
I won't. It's very cool though, and like you'll quickly start to like unlock like important things like that, like the fucking like to get the hook shot basically. You know what I mean? Like to get to different areas of the game, and like you can go underwater at points in the game and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun.
Dope.
Pretty cool. Yeah,
Nice.
I think that's about gonna wrap it up for us. Anybody else want to bring anything up?
I'm good.
Tiernan?
I love space.
Have you guys? What game is it? It's got Tim Curry and the famous line that he that it cracks me up every single time I see a clip of it. I think it's like is it what is that one game? It's a lot like StarCraft, but it's like is it Command and Conquer? Is that it?
Oh,
Yeah, it
Red
is
Alert.
Command and Conquer, I think.
Yes, where he's just breathing all heavy.
Space.
Hey!
Yeah, yeah. That's Red Alert, isn't it? That's hilarious.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, Red Alert. I think that's right. It is so funny. That is, Tim Curry is so wonderful. I love him very much. But like might be my favorite Tim Curry moment.
That is a
It's
good
so
one.
ridiculous. But that just reminded me of that for some reason. So I think we'll end it on that note. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's a good note
Cool.
to end on.
All right, fellas. Well, hey, it's been great talking to you. Like I said, it's been a while. It was a lot of fun. We should do this again soon, hopefully next week. So, for the Cantina Radio, my name is James. We'll be signing off soon. Tiernan, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, thanks. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cool. All right, fellas. We will see you later. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, whatever time you're listening, and have a good one.